I took my family to over 40 plus countries on 6 continents, and here are 10 that I'd actually move them to. I'm Dr. Manny Scott, and over the past 20 years, I've had the privilege of traveling all over the world with my family, with my wife and my 3 children. And people sometimes ask me, Dr. Scott, where would you move your family to if you had the opportunity? And so today, I'm going to actually share that list with you. It's not the richest places, it's not even the prettiest places, but it's the places where I believe that my family could actually flourish. Number 10 is Brazil. Brazil is an amazing country. My family and I traveled to Rio and just fell in love with that place, man. The culture is unlike any place we've ever been. It's vibrant, it's welcoming, it's just exuberant. The people there are just filled with this zest for life, and it was contagious, man. There's this joy for living that we felt in the streets of Rio. It's a place that my family said, man, we could actually live here. We could actually enjoy these beaches, those beaches on Leblon or Ipanema Beach, Copacabana Beach, the walkway there on the water. Oh man, it is really amazing. And the people are beautiful, man. Some of the most beautiful people we've seen in the world. The women were gorgeous. My wife and daughter said the men were gorgeous. Man, it was almost like it was a sin to get out of shape in Rio. And we just loved the energy. People were on the beach working out at 5 or 6 in the morning. Whereas like in most countries, when I'm running in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, usually it's just me and 1 or 2 other people. In Rio, early in the morning, man, the beach was filled with people just working out. And I loved that. I loved that vibe. I loved that culture. I loved that carefree spirit. I love that welcoming embrace that we felt in Rio. The reason that it's not higher on our list, or at least on my list, is because of some of the safety concerns. You probably heard in the news that people are getting robbed and jacked. We went through some of the favelas, and the people there were great and kind and welcoming, but we also know that you don't go to some of these favelas if you don't know somebody, if you're not the guest of someone. You don't just wander into a favela. You just don't meander through and make friends. Like, you probably need to know somebody there. Like in any other hood, you got to use wisdom. But even on the beaches, there were times when we felt that there were some people there trying to set us up to get jacked or robbed. That was definitely a concern of mine. But we still loved Rio, and with wisdom, I think we would enjoy like spending a lot of time there. I could see my children making a lot of friends there, loving it there, and really flourishing in that environment. Despite its political and economic challenges, despite some of the safety challenges, Rio is just an amazing place. Number 9 is French Polynesia. So the family and I went to Tahiti and Bora Bora. This place is one of the most beautiful, amazing, breathtaking places we've ever seen. That turquoise blue water, the people were so kind, so welcoming, so laid back, hospitable and welcoming and warm. It truly is paradise. And I could see my family really falling in love with that place and building a life there because it's that gorgeous. It's not higher on my list because of its isolation. It's so far from like our family and friends, and the cost of living is really high. It's really expensive to be there, and the career and educational opportunities feel limited there for our children and what they want to do with their lives. My wife and I could enjoy it, but when I think about the educational opportunities and the professional opportunities for my children, they might be limited there. But for mature adults, established families, man, I could move there in a heartbeat and just really enjoy that paradise. Number 8, the Bahamas. I can't speak highly enough about the Bahamas, man. It is paradise. It's not too far from Florida. You can catch a flight to Nassau, but we love the family islands, the out islands, the Eleutheras, the Exumas, the Long Islands, the San Salvadors, and other islands, man. You could go to these islands and walk on these beaches that are miles long, and the only footprints you see are the ones you left. Oh my goodness. The Bahamas is truly one of the most amazing places I've ever been. And I've been telling my wife I could move here tomorrow. It's a place we visit probably once a year, and we've been there once a year for the last 10 years. God, we love the people of the Bahamas. We have so many friends there who are like family to us, and I could be there today. Like, I love that place so much. The people, the food, the beaches, the water, the culture, the roads. Like, many of the roads, there's just like a single road from the top to the bottom of the island. And some of the portions of the road aren't even paved. I exaggerate not when I say the Bahamas, man, I could live there, build a life there, raise my family there. Why it's not higher on the list? I think it's because of the economic limitations. I don't think you can start a business there, or you definitely can't work there. They're very big on making sure the locals have employment. And so if you're an outsider, there are more restrictions on what you can do there. But if you're established, you should have no problem there. From my understanding from several friends there are limitations with regard to educational opportunities and professional opportunities. Several people go away for college. And so for my children, maybe it's not a place that they could stay, but it's a place that I would not mind raising my family in and doing life there. We love the people there, the culture there. It's a more laid back spirit, atmosphere. You know, when we land and we see some of our friends, hey man, everything good? Everything good, man? Yeah, man. Like, it's so loving and so welcoming. And so Bahamas is up there for us. Number 7 on the list is none other than Thailand. Thailand is just a remarkable place. The cost of living is great. You can get a nice property, a nice condo for $300, $400, $500 a month, $1,000 a month. The cost of living there is second to none, man. Like, it's like, for what you get for your money, is incredible. But not only that, even better than the cost of living are the people. The people of Thailand are so kind, so warm, so loving, so hospitable, and so helpful, man. Like, I could see us really doing life there. The beaches, the landmarks, the temples there, the culture there, the food there. Oh man, we love Thailand. We were in Bangkok. We went to Krabi, which is just a beach town. And we went to Chiang Mai, which was up in the mountains, and it was all this greenery. And we just love the culture and the vibe of Thailand. Now, the reason it's not higher on the list is because of its distance from home, distance from the United States, and because of the language barrier. To learn the Thai language could be a challenge for us, but it's certainly worth learning if you're going to live there. But that is a real challenge. And then maybe the cultural differences. You know, we were only there for we were there for under a month, but I could see, like, there are cultural differences, and it would take a while to learn the culture of the people of Thailand. But from my experience with them, man, it was truly an amazing place. Number 6, France. What can I say about France, man? Paris is my wife's favorite city in the world. I think it's one of my children's favorite city in the world. We love Paris, but not just Paris. France itself is just a remarkable place. The French Riviera, all of those cities along the water, they're like postcards. And it's just really a cool vibe. And Paris itself is like the city of love. You know, it just feels so romantic. My wife and I, we walk through the streets of Paris holding hands. You see the sparkling Eiffel Tower in the distance. You can sit at those cafes, enjoy the quality of life, walk along the Seine River, and just enjoy the beauty of France. Now, it does rain a lot, so that is why it's not higher on the list. But we love France, and despite some of the challenges we've had with some people being racist and prejudiced, the vast majority of our experiences have been positive in France. The French people are a little more standoffish. They are a bit ethnocentric in the sense that they keep to themselves, and they are not necessarily the most welcoming of outsiders, but they're respectful and they're kind as long as you treat their culture with respect. And that's all I can ask for. But I didn't experience a lot of negativity or hatred in France like I did in Spain and other places. Number 5, Ghana. My family felt like we were at home in Ghana. The people welcomed us like we were family. They played with my children. They hugged my children. They played peekaboo with my children. They embraced my family and made us feel so at home. And not only that, we have historical and cultural roots and ethnic roots in West Africa. And we did like our 23andMe DNA test, and several of our ancestors come from Ghana and Nigeria and Sierra Leone and I think Cote d'Ivoire and others along the west coast of Africa. But when we visited Ghana, oh man, we felt like we were at home. There are landmarks and there is history there, but the people are what make Africa so special and Ghana just so unforgettable. Just the kindest, most welcoming people you can meet in the world. Why it's not higher on my list? There are some infrastructure challenges that I've heard locals talk about. They might not have all of the amenities that we're used to in the West, but there are several properties that are very well built and have the amenities that we in the West are used to. And then the day-to-day practical considerations like getting around and shopping, I'm sure you could find your way, but from our time there, it was just a little harder getting some of the things we needed or wanted or were accustomed to, I guess I should say. But I wouldn't keep that. I wouldn't let that keep me from living in Ghana. I love Ghana. I've considered becoming a citizen of Ghana with my family, getting a second passport because it's that special for us. Number 4 is Rwanda. Rwanda is perhaps the cleanest country in Africa that we visited. The streets are clean. The culture is amazing. Despite its dark recent history with the genocide, the way they have come out of that, the way they have emerged from that, the way they have rebuilt the country from that is so beautiful and amazing. The people were so kind to us, welcoming to the Scott family. We played football with them in the streets, and they were just so kind. Like I could see my family flourishing there, being loved there. We learned a lot about history there and human nature there. The darkness of the genocide and the way even Christian people turned on each other between the Hutus and the Tutsis. But they are a nation that's working to build from that past and to grow from it. The president there has done a remarkable job of turning that country around and love the people there. So if you're considering a country in Africa, please visit Rwanda. Number 3, Japan. Now, Japan is one of the most unique places we've been. It has fewer trash cans than anywhere we've ever been, and yet it is the cleanest country we have ever visited. Man, the streets are spick and span, clean, no trash to be found. And not only that, man, the culture there among the Japanese people is just remarkable. The way they view work is is humbling. Like they bow when they enter the workspace and they bow when they leave the workspace. It's like an honor for them to work. And the way they treat customers, the way they treat business is so remarkable. They do almost everything with such a high level of excellence that you stand there sometimes in awe just watching them work. When we landed at the airport and our bags were loaded onto the shuttle, when we were pulling off, the employees there bowed at us at the bus while we were pulling away. I love Japan. My family loved Japan. We went to Mount Fuji and went up to one of the levels there. But the people, the culture, the landscape, the food are just amazing. Now, it's not higher on the list because Japanese is a hard language. Arigato gozaimasu, hajime mashite, manueru desu, doko desu ka. Like I remember we took Japanese lessons before we took our trip and did our best to learn the basics. But the language itself is hard. Writing it is difficult. And the cultural differences are very real. It's a homogenous culture. Like they're very closed and they're insiders and outsiders, but they're kind and welcoming to outsiders and respectful of outsiders. And I understand, like even locally, like there are some challenges with their work culture. Sometimes people work too hard to the point of death, and they have a word for that. But from our experience with Japan, the onsengs, the food, the streets, the culture, the gardens, I could see my family flourishing in Japan. We love Japan. Number 2, Norway. Man, so my son said he wanted to go to Norway for spring break, and I did not want to go to Norway. I had fatigue from all of the microaggressions that we've experienced from white people in predominantly white spaces. Like I just get tired of being stared at, tired of being judged, tired of being followed, tired of being seen as threats, tired of soldiers and police officers grabbing their guns when we walk by, tired of just the lack of hospitality in certain cultures that are predominantly white, even in the United States and certain cities here. And so for vacation, I wasn't trying to go to a space where I felt like we wouldn't be welcomed. But let me tell you something. I could not have been more wrong about Norway. Norwegian people and Scandinavian people in general, because we went to Iceland as well, were so kind. Now, we haven't been to Finland or Denmark yet, and we've heard there are different experiences there. But let me tell you about Norway, man. Norwegian people, very individualistic, but not mean or cold. Not necessarily warm. They leave you alone, but they were so kind and affirming of us. And I saw several examples throughout Norway, in Oslo, in Bergen, in Flam. The fjords there are just breathtaking. Just glimpses of heaven. We took a fjord safari in Flam, and we hiked up to a waterfall there, and it was just one of the most beautiful places we've ever seen. And Bergen, the architecture there and the culture there was really cool, and the vibe was really nice, and the view overlooking the city was just stunning, just fantastic. And then in Oslo, the capital, I was wondering, like, okay, this is where the Nobel Peace Prize is originated and is celebrated and given. And I wanted to see if the country and the people of the country lived up to the hype. And let me tell you, man, they exceeded my expectations. Norway is a place I want to go back to again and again and again. People surrounded us in a coffee shop to welcome us, to give us directions, to show us places that we should visit. A brother from London came and talked to us and told us how welcoming the people have been for him and his family. And locals, man, were like, we are sorry the way so many of you black people are treated in the United States. There is space for you here. you are more than welcome to buy a home here and build a life here. That's what the Norwegian people were to us. The McDonald's had little, the Happy Meals, the little Happy Meal toys had little black figures. A little girl was walking down the street with a black doll with her blonde hair, blue eyes, and her mom blonde hair, blue. She stopped and she pointed at us with a big smile on her face, like, look, the people look like my dolls, mommy, look. And Alice and I were just humbled and touched that like blackness was celebrated by several of the people who were in Norway, and not as like, not fetishized, but there was like an honor and a dignity. They were giving blackness, and so I want to go back to Norway. And my daughter even said recently she could possibly, she's thinking of raising her family in Norway, because it was so kind. I said, babe, we didn't experience Norway in the winter, so that might be different. She says, yeah, but even that might be beautiful. So Norway is up there for us. Now, of course, the language would be a challenge, and the cultural adjustment, I'm sure, would be real for us. And I don't know how hard it is to build community there, but I'll tell you, like, it's really one of the most amazing places we've been. The number one place that I could move my family tomorrow is none other than Italy. Oh my goodness. Now, we have been to Italy several times. I don't know, 5 or 6 times. Alice and I honeymooned in Italy. We went back again with our children. I went back and took my mother. We went back again. I recently went back to celebrate my 24th wedding anniversary with Alice. And there are very few things in Italy that we don't love. We love Venice. We love Verona. We love Firenze, Florence. We love Lake Como and Bellagio and Lucca, and like, oh my goodness, the Amalfi Coast is, oh my goodness, Rome, of course, with its history. And we haven't even been all the way south. We haven't even been inland to other parts, but Tuscany, Siena, San Gimignano, Cinque Terre, Milan, Camogli, Portofino. When my children graduate from high school, we very well might be moving to Italy. And if not Italy, we're going to be spending at least a month or 2 in Italy when our children are out of our home, because we love it that much. And I know that there are other YouTubers who said that Italy is a racist country and they experienced a lot of racism there. And sure, like sometimes we've gotten some looks some places, but not any more than we have experienced in the United States. We've received so much more hate and negativity from people in the United States than we have anywhere else in the world, maybe with the exception of Madrid, but in Spain. But and Barcelona was a lot better than Madrid. But anyway, I'm never going to Spain again. But Italy, man, I love that place. I love the people. I love the culture. And I love learning about the history, the Christian history that's there. You can go see like all of these relics, all of these historic places where Peter and Paul were in jail, places where Paul was martyred. You can go see Mamertine prison. You can go see some of the footsteps from Israel that Jesus walked on his way to the crucifixion, and so many other places. The Dolce Vita, the quality of life there. Oh man, I could go on and on and on. And I used to joke that I'm a black Italian. I love Italy so much that I'm a black Italian. I know I'm not saying it right, black Italian. No, I'm a black Italian. That's how much I love Italy. So these are the 10 places that I would actually move my family to, and if not move them to, spend several months a year in these places. I'm your friend, Dr. Manny Scott. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section and I'll do my best to respond. Might even make a video about your question or comment. If there's something else you want to see from me, I'd be happy to do that for you. But I'm loving this. I'm loving this space to just share my life with you and to pour into you. and to just be a blessing. So like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you soon. And I'm out.